I'm Panic Button. Welcome, Panic Button.
Hi, I'm Nina.
Jesse.
That's Jesse.
Yeah.
So today we're reacting to a video of Scott Wiener.
LOL.
Hi-yo.
Wait, which one's the one who's worse, Scott or Anthony? And are they related? Or are they just both wieners?
I don't think they're related, and they're both wieners. So,
But which one was like trying to defend the like gay men interacting with young boys?
That was Scott.
That's this one. That's this wiener.
Yeah, Anthony has his own stuff going on.
We can't get in trouble with YouTube because I'm saying names.
She's saying names. So anyway, Scott Wiener showed up to a trans march, and for the first time, he was kicked out.
We kicked his butt out. That's literally the best way to censor it. It's sad because while he's written some good legislation for queers, he's ultimately a genocidal supporting center-right shill. Trigger warning, broken man walking away defeated. Vote Connie. So it doesn't sound like they kicked him out because of what I was talking about. It sounds like he took some money from Israel. Probably. I'm assuming. I don't know.
We'll see.
If you know, tell me in the comments or if it tells us, but I'm assuming he took money from Israel.
Scott Wiener, okay, showed up to the trans march for the first time and we kicked his ass out. It's sad because he's written some good legislation for queers. Things like, for example, lower penalties for sexual relations with underage kids. Yeah, he's done a lot of really great things for queers. He's ultimately a genocidal supporting center.
Did you see that, though? Let me just back it up right here.
With a 10-year age difference?
The 10-year age difference. Now,
that means a 21-year-old can sleep, or an 18-year-old can sleep with a 8-year-old. If you want to take it to the most extreme level that he's talking about.
Or a 14-year-old can sleep with a
24-year-old.
Now, in California law, they say that's close in age. I'm not kidding.
I've heard of like Romeo and Juliet laws, which from my understanding is
this
if
is
you're
10-year.
And
this
like,
is different.
Like if you could have gone to school together kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Then I get it. I get it.
New York State is 2 to 4. 2 to 4 years. This is 10.
I mean.
And even still, 4, depending on the age, that's no.
I am not even bringing this up for anecdotal means. I understand that when you're 18 and probably gay, you're too big for your britches, and especially if you're in a small town, you're going to start reaching out, right? When I was a bad kid, when I was almost 18, but 17, I was on Tinder. But everyone I talked to, I told the truth to. And also in New York State, 17 is age of consent. And as long as they were within 2 to 4 years of my age, I wasn't really doing anything illegal. I just shouldn't have technically been on the website, right? So I understand, okay, this 17-year-old pursued a 27-year-old. I see that happen. I could see that happening, right? But that's way different than a 14-year-old and a 24-year-old.
Depending
on the 17-year-old, obviously.
Well, because some states say that 16-year-olds are no longer minors. So it all really depends on the state. But if a 27-year-old's going after a 17-year-old, I'm still thinking there's something weird going on.
Oh, I'm not
there.
okay with it. I'm not okay with it, but I do think that there's often a situation where the 17-year-old is wanting and willing, is all I'm saying.
As far as they know.
And pursuing. I've seen, at least personally, an 18-year-old pursue a 25-year-old, which is not 10 years, but is enough of an age gap that you're like, what are you doing?
There's a lot of people who have said that that's happened to them when they were younger. They dated someone older when they were around 17 or 16. And as they got older, they realized,
it was kind of predatory
this was
in nature.
predatory.
When I was 18, I officially started hanging out and seeing the 22-year-old. I didn't want her to get in any trouble or to get in any trouble. Yeah. So we just talked. I was 17 for like a month, and then I turned 18, and then we started meeting up and hanging out. It wasn't like that one I wouldn't call predatory, but also you say with women it's less predatory. I do also think that women, straight women specifically here, want generally an older man, and a lot of times they don't care how old he is. They care if he looks the part and if he fits their idea of hot.
Yeah.
So they end up in these age gap relationships because they want to be with a hot guy, older guy, take care of me guy. But let me tell you, the 25-year-old doesn't have his shit in order to take care of you. He doesn't.
Nations with underage kids. Yeah, he's done a lot of really great things for queers. He's ultimately a genocidal supporting center-right shill. Trigger warning, broken man walking away defeated.
Scott, I think your legislation on trans issues and your legislation specifically protecting queers on a sex offender registry is fantastic.
Why would you ever have to protect somebody from going on a sex offender registry?
Did you hear that?
Whoa.
Not good luck.
I told you this guy's crazy. I told you he probably got money from Israel, and now this guy's like, you're not one of us. I thought you wanted me to be allowed to touch kids. Like,
This guy said protecting queers on the sex offender registry. You mean protecting pedos?
it's so crazy because if
That's
you
what
like,
you're saying.
if you put it to their favorite enemy, white men. If we said, I love your legislation protecting white men from getting on the sex offenders registry, now people would be pissed. I'm equally as pissed that you're doing it with gay people, if not more so, because that's apparently my clan. And I put that in quotes because they're not. But it's unfortunately what we're lumped into is the gays. And so the gays and queers, you're saying they're protecting me? Oh, they're not protecting me. I haven't done anything like that to need protecting. Like I said, I go older. I've always gone older. It's just what I like better. And so for some people, maybe it's predictive, but I think if you're a minor, 3 to 5 years is the max age difference you should have. If you're under the age of 18, 3 to 5, 5 is pushing it, but 3 to 5.
What if they're 12? See? See how it changes things?
Well, then okay, stipulation: 3 to 5 years, 15 and older, because 15-year-olds have been getting into trouble, and I think they do it willingly because they think they're cool. A lot of them think they're cool and like I said, bigger than they are.
Yeah, no. I'm just not for any of it.
I don't think it should be happening.
Now, let me give you...
I'm just trying to come up with an alternative because we're talking about it.
We should have no alternatives. It should just be jail and sex offender registry. Here's the problem with California, okay? What he changed...
Wait, real quick, because you said that.
What?
You said, so if a 17-year-old sleeps with an 18-year-old, do you think they should go to jail? If a 16-year-old sleeps with an 18-year-old, should they go to jail?
I don't know. 16, man. I don't know.
I actively in high school knew a 15-year-old pursuing an 18-year-old because they were a senior and she was a sophomore. And these are two lesbians, right? Obviously, I'm talking about. So not full lesbians, but at the time they were in a lesbian relationship, so that's what I'm going to call them. So I knew someone who was 15 pursuing an 18, like a recently 18-year-old. Do you think that person should go to jail for it? They're still in the same school together.
If the parents are fine with it and it's not predatory, maybe. I don't know. That's sticky. But let me give you the lowdown on this law, okay?
Okay.
In California, 10-year age gap.
Okay.
A straight 25-year-old male is sleeping with a straight 25-year-old female. They don't have to go on the sex offender registry because it's straight sex. I'm saying this in quotes. It is up to the judge's discretion to make that decision. But when it comes to, how do you say it, gay sex or anything like
Homosexual?
that, they automatically went on the sex offender registry. Now, so what this douchebag did was he made it even. So now the gay sex they're having, he doesn't go immediately on the sex offender registry if there's a 10-year age gap. So this douchebag, instead of changing the law to protect the victims, he
Protects the offenders.
The offender. The logical thing to do would be, like, let's do what New York State is doing, whatever kind of sex it is. They immediately go on the sex offender registry. He didn't do that.
I think I found my answer. 3 years. Because you have to be, like, if you're in the same school, you have a chance of dating that person instantly. That's just high school, right? So 3 years. 12 to 15 does suck, but I don't think it's likely. I think 15 to 18 is more likely. 3 years, and I know it's still gross, but at least then it has some bit of logic behind it. Like, you're more likely to interact with someone who's 3 years within your range than to interact with someone who's 10 years within your range, 5 years within your range, 2 to 3 years.
I think that New York State is more reasonable when it comes to this, and they automatically go on the sex offender registry. It doesn't matter what kind of sex it is.
Oh, no, it should not matter at all what kind of sexual interaction it was,
Right.
besides the ages.
Right. The
Yeah.
fact that it's 10
Well, I
years
mean-
in California is freaking insane.
obviously we care about if it's consenting or not. Because statutory would mean hypothetically that it was a consenting situation, but it shouldn't have been because you don't have the ability to consent to it.
Right, because you're a minor.
Exactly. And you
So
don't
that
understand the
changes
repercussions of being with this individual. And two minors can have that interaction with each other, but they're equally taking on the risk of not knowing what's going on.
Right.
They're equally as dumb in the matter. Hypothetically, uneducated, dumb.
Up to a judge's discretion is very suspicious when you are in a very blue state, in a very blue city.
And judges aren't necessarily saints, sir.
No, they make bad decisions all the time, especially in these very blue cities like San Francisco, very blue states like California. You don't think
I'm listening.
these judges won't put them on the registry. We already have the 10-year age gap going on. And then at the judges, the liberal judges, blue state judges' discretion means they are going on any registry.
Well, no, they must have done it because they had such a challenging gay childhood, right?
man.
So that's why we can't do it, because everyone has reasons to why they do things. Everyone has reasons. I don't care. It affects people. Maybe you should have to deal with the consequences of your actions. And if you touch a kid, go to jail. I want more severe things to happen, but I can't say them. And I think you already know. You have ideas. So just take those, run to the bank, have a good time, because they're letting them have good times.
You have no idea how bad it has gotten.
And it's any sexual crime is a sexual crime. Doesn't matter, gay, straight, trans, asexual. You could technically, and I don't even agree with these things, but like you could identify as asexual. And I still want someone who has committed a crime against you to be persecuted to the full extent of the law.
Yeah.
Every time.
So this guy is a bad guy, and the guy behind the camera is equally just as horrific.
Man, that's a hard one.
Is
one
They
one
are.
worse than the other?
I would argue awful people.
I would argue Scott Wiener is technically worse because he actually has changed laws that affect more people. This person's a troll
Who do you
with a
think
camera.
was pushing it? People like the guy behind the camera.
Yeah, I think he gives people like Scott Wiener a platform and voters. But I don't think that he's as bad as Scott because he's not out there being like, yeah.
I think they're both horrible people, and I hate them.
He has more power. Scott has more power. That's why he's worse.
I don't think the politicians have... They have the power to do things, but they're not the ones who are running the show. They're the ones being used to run the show.
Oh, yeah, but I think he's only technically worse at this moment because he's changed things in the world for the worse.
Either way. Hate them both.
Yeah, they're both bad.
Straight. Why would you ever need to do that?
I really applaud you for that, and I think you deserve to be here for that. But I think your policy, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza, and I think your policy on the genocide in Gaza.
Did you hear that? You hear how he started getting ramped up when he heard all the people yelling, and the genocide in Gaza. That's all
Half
you
of
hear.
it's because you're trying to be louder than them, right? The other half is because you're fucking obnoxious.
And you're amped up by your turd friends.
Your angry group of blue-haired fiends.
Retards. Yeah, not a good look. I just have to say to the guy behind the camera, pedo say what?
Honestly,
It's terrible. You do not belong here, Scott, anymore. It sucks because you've been wonderful. You've been wonderful for trans people, and you've been terrible. And you've been terrible. You've been terrible.
Look at him, bro. Like, this is the worst week of his life. Oh my God.
How could you do this to San Francisco?
Look at him. They're just going ham.
I want to
They
like
hate
the
him.
person.
They hate him.
Such good legislation on trans rights. How could you betray queers? How could you oppress people?
Israel, you piece of shit!
Oh my God. Scott Wiener changed.
Where's my money?
What?
You support Israel, you shit. Didn't you hear it? You didn't hear it?
I heard it.
I only
heard
clicked it
We
once.
need to go back. I heard it.
From the second she was like,
He's Jewish.
Why do they hate him?
He's Jewish.
Like Wiener? Yeah, so obvious. Wiener. Such a Jewish last name.
They eat their own. They really do.
Eat
no
those
matter
wieners.
what you do, it will never be good enough for them. The only thing they want is compliance and obedience.
I support the queers eating wieners.
They already are.
Yeah, that's the video.
Ew.
Israel, you piece of shit!
Oh my
little
God.
people.
Scott Wiener changed his stance on Gaza, causes Israel's action genocide after a viral moment.
State Senator Scott Wiener playing damage control. He says he does believe the conflict in Gaza is genocide. The statement comes days after a forum featuring Wiener. After that question, Wiener sat silent, refusing to answer.
For those of you who saw the debate clip from last week, I want to clarify that I do believe Israel has committed genocide in Gaza.
Wiener explained he is Jewish and the word genocide can be sensitive given its connection to the Holocaust.
And now they are going to eat him alive.
Hey, Wiener, you gotta get the fuck out of my hood, bro. It's free Palestine here. You already know what it is. We ain't against the genocide. You think you're gonna come to my neighborhood, bro? You fucked up.
ramp up.
You fucked up. It's gonna be a problem. There's innocent children being killed in Palestine. You gonna come here like it's good. What's in that genocidal agenda as a Zionist, bro? Free Palestine. Say free Palestine right now on camera, dog. Why you not saying nothing?
Never feel sorry for this absolute fucking.
You ever notice how they always want people to say it? Say it. Say free Palestine. Say free Palestine. It's because they want control over them. That's what they want. Mm-hmm. They want you to obey. Get on your knees and say what I want you to say, or else we're going to cancel you, attack you, dox you, and maybe even violently harm you.
So you wonder why so many people are saying free Palestine. Do you think it's not because other people were telling them, say it,
or else.
even not as aggressive as him per se? Maybe they're like, man, I can't believe you haven't said it. I've told you all about how we should free Palestine, and I thought you were my friend, but I don't know if I can be friends with someone who doesn't believe in freeing Palestine. This is how these people think. This is how they talk to each other too, and you know it's true.
Oh yeah.
They're like, oh man, you haven't said what I've been saying, so I don't know if we can be friends because you're not me.
Yeah.
And it's true because you see it in their friend groups and you see it all over. So even if it's not say it, it's should I say it? Do I have to say it? Yeah. Free Palestine, even though I might not have any idea what's happening in Palestine. He's a different case, but I'm talking about in friend groups. I might not know what's going on in Palestine. I might not care what's going on in Palestine. I haven't seen it affect my life yet. I know that gas prices went up, but other than that, I really don't know. I'm not going to scream free Palestine, but someone else who's more socially anxious and wants friends and wants to be included is going to say it, even if they don't know what they're saying.
The worst thing you can do is comply with these people. I'll tell you why. If you think that people like us who speak out against these crazy people have it bad, the ones who have it worse and will have it even more worse is people who have aligned with them and who have played their games and obeyed them, because they are the first ones who will be attacked way worse than the people who speak out against them.
Yep.
Because they are looked at as traitors.
And now the queers are going to feel it, man. The queers are going to eat some wieners.
Ew.
They're doing it. They're doing it and they're doing it.
They are going to
They're
be
double
the new
doing
enemy.
it.
Yeah. Like we're the enemy, but these guys who stood with them, those are even worse enemies.
I'm the enemy, but I talked to you through the whole thing. I had the conversation the whole time. It's not that I'm the enemy, which is what they might think. I've just stood my ground.
Yeah.
And I won't lie and sit there and be like, I know this, I know that. I don't think, from what I've gathered, it's a genocide, but I'm not sure. I'm not as educated. I'm not even trying to speak out on it right now.
Not our lane.
But when you push people so far away, now I have to care about that. Well, guess what? I really care more about the American politics that I'm dealing with right now. Mm-hmm. And they don't care. Stand your ground, and you'll never have to deal with repercussions like sitting there and keeping your mouth shut, because you'll know what you're going to say and how you're going to say it. This also goes to show why Trump can run his mouth and half the stuff no one listens to, but like he runs his mouth and says whatever he wants. Scott Wiener, Democrat, keeping it shut. If that doesn't tell you what the two different parties feel like, I don't know what does. If you are on the Republican side in this day and age, in 2026 right now, you're more able to speak about differences that you have within that party than if you sit on the left, where you literally have to keep your mouth shut.
Or obey and repeat. Yeah.
Or keep your opinions to yourself.
You can even be in the middle.
Yeah.
And you're way safer.
No, yeah. Well, the thing is that there's no cohesive middle, right? Like the left and the right.
Independent.
But there's no parties or like group meetings for the independents.
Right. Because people don't want to associate with either because they don't agree with everything on this side or that side.
But so you get lumped in. And then you get in these camps.
You get lumped in by the crazy people on the left.
Everyone gets lumped in. And the right lumps you in too. It's just they're not doing it as much these days. But they do. That's why they call them the gays, the queers. They don't consider people like us when they say that. Mm-mm. They lump us in with them without even really. I mean, there's like the Dave Rubins out there and the Jillian Michaels where they definitely are like, oh, well, those are good representation for you guys. But they don't think about us like that. Which is why we need more people to think about us like this, because we're just people. We're relatively reasonable people who might get a little angry sometimes.
But people have emotions.
And we have a limp wrist. Not us, but the gays in general. And they eat wieners.
You say that
Anthony
Wiener's keeping his mouth.
Wieners.
You say that Scott Wiener's keeping his mouth shut, but I would like to say that that's the first time that's ever happened.
Oh, definitely. But because now he can't say anything.
And if he does say something,
gets him in
has
trouble.
to be repeated exactly. And even then, it'll never be good enough. They'll
No.
still hate him.
And if he was any bit intelligent, he wouldn't be sitting there silent. He would say, "Does that prove your point? Forcing me to say something, will that prove your point?"
He has no guts,
No guts.
integrity,
No guts.
nothing, no morals or whatsoever.
Or you're scared of the possibly black man behind the camera. So you're kind of racist. What else? So either way, you're a bad Democrat.
And no, I don't feel bad for this guy. Everything he gets, he deserves.
Come on, this is the one time
Being
I'm like, yeah, eat
nasty
them up
little
left.
weasel. This is the guy that called Nick Shirley a psychopath with the Stop Nick Shirley bill.
Oh, is this Scott Wiener right here?
Yep, yes, he is.
Yes.
Scott Wiener. How you
This
doing?
is the guy that was getting harassed.
Doing great. Can you give us your
Welcome to
opinion?
the Capitol.
Thank you very much. Can you give us your opinion really quick on AB 2624?
I think you're a psycho scam artist. So
You think
have a
I am?
good time.
Please disclose how you think that. Look how they just run away. These guys are fools.
Is he calling them psycho scam artists? No, he's not. Now, this amalgamation of freaks that you've allowed inside of the country, now they've finally turned on you. It's only going to get worse.
You think if you don't leave, we're not gonna wait for you outside? Say free Palestine.
They're threatening him outside. Yeah, there it is. Hey, Wiener guy, remember when you called me McBigot? How does it feel now that the Frankenstein you created is coming for you? Every stupid communist learns this history lesson the hard way. Enjoy. Oh man.
I completely agree. He gets everything he deserves. He's a horrible person. I hate him. He deserves it. And these horrible people who are like trying to control, I mean, they have really controlled the left, the Democratic Party. They're going to have to come, they're going to come to a crossroads. They are. They're going to have to choose the radicals along with the socialists, or they'll have to lean more towards the middle. But I think they're already so far gone that their party is going to be completely dissolved into.
Again, the reason you
Clown
see
show.
people flocking to the right more than the left these days is not because they necessarily believe in the old beliefs of the right or the old beliefs of the left. It's because it's a matter of being able to speak.
And be safe.
This country was built on freedom, but specifically freedom of speech. Not freedom of you to press my speech, but freedom of speech. Unless I'm doing something illegal, I should be allowed to call you a bigot, and I should be allowed to say that what you're putting into law is disgusting. Your group doesn't like to hear that. Your group doesn't want to hear that they're a little weird and they shouldn't be making all the laws. I'm allowed to say that. The second that you push these things and tell people what they can and can't say, guess what you're losing is freedom. Every bit of your freedom, because that's one of the foundational pieces to making sure that we don't have mutiny or we don't have a group controlling everything. That's why they gave us freedom of speech. It was kind of a good idea. Happy 250 years.
Well, anyway, like and subscribe, everyone. Join our memberships to keep this channel going, and we'll see you in the next one.
What do you think the president, the founding fathers would think 250 years later if they saw us? I'm so curious. Leave it in the comments below.
Bye.